Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Mike McCants, who is the owner-director for Visiting Angels, which is a service that we're going to tell you about, can help keep your loved one in your home longer. And Visiting Angels serves Marion, Washington, and Nelson counties, correct?
Also Hardin, LaRue, and Bullitt counties.
Okay.
So we cover 6 counties.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about Visiting Angels. What kind of services does Visiting Angels offer?
We are a personal assistance agency. We are licensed by the state of Kentucky. We can go into the home of someone who's disabled, someone who's recovering from surgery, a senior that just needs some help, and we can help with the activities of daily living. We can, do some light housekeeping, cooking, cleaning, transportation. If they need us to run errands, we can do that. We can do it a few hours a day, or we can do it 24 hours a day. So we set our schedule according to the client's needs.
Okay, okay. And you can also do it for any period of time. So if somebody's needing it for a week or they're needing it for indefinite periods of time, you can do it that way too, right?
Yeah, we have clients that we've had for well over a year, and we've had clients that we know that we're going to have for 2 weeks. They may be coming out of the hospital and the doctor says we don't want them home alone, so they need 24-hour care. We'll go in and sit with them, and we may run 12-hour shifts. We could do a live-in situation, or maybe 8 hours a day, whatever, and just for that period during that time that they recover.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's really an opportunity to help for those who have family members who need somebody to stay with them, but they can't afford to take off work or don't have somebody who can stay with them. You could kind of step in there.
Right, and there are cases where we would, someone may say, look, we can handle this 5 days a week. We need help 2 days, so we'll go in there for 2 days as a respite situation where, okay, we know the family can't do it all, so we'll come in and help you. We've had some that say, look, I'm taking a vacation in 2 weeks. Can we get coverage for a while? Yeah, it's just a temporary thing. Yeah, go on your vacation, we'll take care of your family for you, or your mother or your dad or whoever.
Okay. Now, is the funding for this completely private pay, or is there insurance options, or how does that work?
There are the insurance options. Since we are non-medical, Medicare will not pay for any of the services, or Medicaid. Those that have long-term care insurance, for the most part, will cover part of this service. And the VA will come in and help pay for some veterans. And there are veterans benefits, or part of the veterans pension. It's called aid and assistance. They will pay for part of that, but for the most part, it is private pay.
Okay. And again, Visiting Angels is serving the counties in our viewing area, and you have caregivers in all 3 counties, right?
Yeah, we have caregivers everywhere. It's important that we retain caregivers, and one of the things we don't want them to do is have to drive a long ways. So we try to anticipate where the needs are, and we hire in those areas, and then as jobs come up, we will assign someone locally to it. So we have some in Marion County, we have some in Washington County, obviously Nelson. We've had caregivers in LaRue County and Hardin County, so they're spread out everywhere.
And they are trained?
Yes, we will not hire anybody that's trained. We don't bring someone in and train them for a couple weeks and say, okay, you're ready. They have to have 6 months of training, or 6 months of experience, actual work experience, either in a hospital, nursing home, maybe they've been in private care. And it's non-family related. Because you've taken care of your mother for 6 months to a year doesn't mean that you're trained to do everything that we do. So we can't use family experience for something like this. So we have confidence that any time we send someone into your home, they are fully capable of doing the job. And of course, they go through. We do a test on them. We do orientation with them. We dig into their backgrounds, and we do different drug screens and things like that. So we're pretty confident that the ones that come in are very well qualified to do the job. Right.
That's fantastic. Now, if somebody is interested in this service, how does it work? Do they contact you and you kind of do an assessment, or what?
Right. Normally, I get leads from the home office. I get some of the hospitals give some of our pamphlets out and say, try this agency or try one of these agencies. Springview does that for us. Flagey does that for us, and then they will call me and we'll have a phone conversation. Basically, what are the needs? What's the family going through? How's the family handling it right now? What is it that you're looking for? And then we'll set up an assessment where I will go into the home and meet with the family and the client. I've gone to the hospitals and done this. And what I'm trying to do is just get a read on what type of person the client is, what his needs are, what kind of experience the caregiver is going to need to care for this client. And at that point, I'll go back and find the caregiver that I think fits best. And then I will call the family and say, I found someone. And then we do a meet and greet where we take the caregiver into the client and say, any questions, and they get a chance to talk to them and interview them themselves. And if there's something they see they don't like, And they can say, well, I'd like to try someone else. And that's fine, we'll do that. So you get to choose your own caregiver with us. And sometimes time doesn't allow that. Sometimes they say, Mom's getting out of the hospital at 4 o'clock this afternoon, can we have someone in there tonight?
Right.
That's a little different situation. But in that case, I will always go with them on the first day and make sure everything's going well.
So you want to make sure everybody's comfortable, because obviously they are going to be in your home, and you get to know them, and they become a friend of yours, basically.
Right. We kind of do that extra step up front because we don't want a stranger showing up on the first day and saying, hey, I'm your caregiver. You know, we always go and have a chat. And I have had one time when someone stepped forward and said, I just think they're a little bit too young. And that's the only time anybody's ever turned one down. Usually they'll give them a chance. And, you know, after a couple of weeks or a couple of days, if they say, you know, there's something here I don't like, that's fine. We always tell the caregivers, don't take it personally.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons that we could have this come up. So, you know, just step back, we'll find another job for you, and we'll get somebody else in to take care of the client.
And we do want to emphasize that all the caregivers are trained. They have all been very trained in what they're being asked to do.
Yes, yes. If you know, we have someone that Alzheimer's, for instance. You know, we have some caregivers that have spent a lot of time with Alzheimer's. You know, if it's Parkinson's, we look for a caregiver who has experience in that particular disease, and that's who we try to get in there. It doesn't always work out that way. You know, there's sometimes the demand for caregivers kind of exceeds what we've got. So, but we always we do in-home visits, we do drop-in visits, you know, unexpected visits where I can drop in and see how things are going. I may just call and tell the client I'm coming out for an hour this afternoon, just sit and talk with them. You know, we used to do a lot of sitting on the front porch type activities in the summer, and hopefully that weather's not too far away that we can do that too.
Exactly, that'll be good.
Yeah.
We're all hoping for that. So again, I'm talking with Mike McCants, who is the owner-director for Visiting Angels. And how can somebody get in touch with you at Visiting Angels?
There's several ways. They can go online to visitingangels.com, and you can fill out a form there, and it will go to our home office, and they will send it directly to me, and this happens almost instantaneously. You can call the home office that's on the number that's on the website, and they will connect me immediately, or connect with me immediately. Or you can just call me directly at 502-348-0377.
And the office is located actually in Bardstown. You're from Bardstown, right? Have connections actually in Washington County also, right?
Yes. I've been around this area for about 30 years. I'm from Illinois originally, but settled in Bardstown. And that's kind of central to our territory, so it's very convenient for us to reach out to all the different counties from that point.
And several of the caregivers, which you're going to get a chance to meet here in a few minutes, are actually from the counties that they serve too. So you have people from Marion County, people from Washington County, people from Nelson County, so they're all kind of local to the area.
Right. We have a lot of caregivers in the Marion and Washington County area. Some of them drive to Nelson County to work. Some have had work right here, but you know, we do have them available right now in this area.
Great.
So.
Fantastic. Well, again, I've been talking with Mike McCants, who is with Visiting Angels, and if you have a loved one that you need to have care for, please give them a call. They'll be happy to talk with you about it, and there's a no obligation assessment, correct?
Right. Because we come in and do the assessment, that does not mean anything. You know, our contract's pretty open-ended also. We don't sign a contract that says you have to use us for this long. We ask for a little bit of heads up, you know, as things are coming to an end, and that's fine. You know, give me a call and say, Dad's doing well, we think we want to stop the service, that's fine. There's nothing that ties you down. So everything is no obligation.
And it's very flexible, whether it be for a day or for a week or for a month or for several years. Visiting Angels can help you out. Thank you, and one more time, that phone number for us?
502-348-0377, and that number is good day or night or weekend.
I'm here now with Laura Thompson, who's another one of the caregivers with Visiting Angels of Lincoln Trail. Laura is from Springfield.
Yes.
Right? Are you originally from Springfield?
No, I'm originally from Lexington, Kentucky. I've been in Springfield since 1999.
Fantastic. Now, you work with Visiting Angels and doing various different home helping services with them, correct?
Yes.
What are some of the services you provide?
Well, I help clients with transportation or activities of daily living, which may include bathing, cooking a meal, assisting them with transfers from wheelchair to bed, or just companionship.
Okay. Now, how long have you been with Visiting Angels?
Since September of last year, of 2012.
Okay. And you said that you've been working with people in their homes for several years now, right?
Yes, in a number of settings since 1980.
Now, with Visiting Angels, there are a variety of clients that you can be working with. What are some of the clients that you've worked with?
I've worked with clients that have had surgery and need assistance just so that they can get back to their regular living circumstances. I've always also worked with clients who are wheelchair bound or bedridden, and just assisting them with what they need.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Again, I've been talking with Laura Thompson, who is from Springfield and is one of the caregivers with Visiting Angels of Lincoln Trail. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gary White. I'm here now with Tammy Henley, who is one of the caregivers for Visiting Angels of Lincoln Trail. Now, Tammy, how long have you been with Visiting Angels?
I've been with Mike since the beginning, about 1.5 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, you live in Lebanon, right?
Yes, I do.
How long have you been a caregiver?
I've been a caregiver on and off basically since I was 20-some years old.
Well, so just a few years.
Yeah, just a few.
I understand. But very experienced, I'm sure. So, tell us about some of the services that you offer.
Well, we do house cleaning. I know how to do the Hoyer lift and wheelchair-bound patients, bedridden patients.
Now, you were saying that you've actually worked with some for 12-hour shifts. So there's some long periods of time that you get to go and work with people in their homes, right?
Right. I've done 12-hour shifts. I've done live-in, and I will stay for 3-4 days straight.
So what has been the experience for you with working with individuals in their homes?
I totally enjoy it because I moved here. I don't have my grandparents around. I was raised without my grandparents. So it's kind of like adopting grandparents and making sure that they're taken care of.
Fantastic.
And help with the family on top of it, because I know the strain that the family has when their parents and loved ones are real sick.
Mm-hmm. That's a big help to those.
Oh yes, it is.
Now tell us about your training. I know there's an extensive training program with Visiting Angels. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I did CNA in Florida.
Okay.
And I was a CNA, and then I've done private duty, and then moved up to being with Mike.
Okay, and that's a certified nurse's aide?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So as we were saying, there's a lot of training that's involved with these individuals and a lot of experience for some of their caregivers. Thank you very much for talking with me.
Thank you very much.
I'm here now with Kirsten Bicket, another one of the caregivers with Visiting Angels of Lincoln Trail. And Kirsten, we've been talking with some of the different caregivers that work with Visiting Angels, and they keep saying that you get all the good jobs.
Well, yeah.
Exactly, right? Tell us about, I know you had a client that you got to do some trips with.
I did. I worked with a lady in Barstown, and she loved to go yard selling. So that was our daily thing. We would, as soon as I got there in the morning, we would cook breakfast, and she would, go get some of her little household chores done. And she's a very religious lady, so she actually had a few people that she would call in the morning and have prayer with. And from there, we would venture out and find yard sales or little consignment shops that she visited and all that fun stuff. So it was really neat.
Did you get some good deals?
We did, and I spent way too much money.
This is just a sample of what the Visiting Angels caregivers can do, because you get to spend some time with your clients, right?
Yes.
So tell us some of the other services that you have provided in the past.
Well, before I started with Mike, I have worked in a few different nursing homes. I've taken care of elderly that are bedridden. I have taken care of some that really all they need is just their meals brought into them, or just little simple tasks. And then after that, I went and I worked in a adult daycare, and I took care of mentally handicapped adults. So there I took care of people with many different disorders. I have actually taken care of a lady that was legally blind, and then now with Mike, I've worked with quite a few different people with him, and it's been actually a really good learning process for me as well.
Right. And so Visiting Angels is for anybody. It could be for those who are elderly or those who have had surgery, but also it can be for a special needs individual or just anybody who needs companionship or help in their home, correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I'm here now with Kristin Maupin, another one of the caregivers with Visiting Angels of Lincoln Trail. Kristin is a CNA, right?
Yes.
Tell us what a CNA does.
Well, we go in, Visiting Angels CNAs go into disabled or elderly home, and assist them with simply from companionship all the way up to bathing and transfers from bed to wheelchair and reverse.
Fantastic. And it's certified nursing assistant, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you have been with Visiting Angels for almost 2 years now.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about some of your experiences with Visiting Angels.
I've had wonderful experience, and the people that I've worked with have always been great. From sitting on the front porch, reading the paper, providing companionship, all the way down to anything, you know, errands, bathing, cooking, cleaning. We have a lot of fun in our homes, and get attached to our people, you know.
That's great. And again, Visiting Angels can work with a variety of people because you have people from young to old, right?
Yes. No matter the age, we will come in.
And they can do several hours live-in as well as just an hour here or there, right?
4-hour shifts all the way up to live-in care.
Fantastic. Have you done some live-in?
Yes, I have.
And what do you think of that? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. And you can also get easier attached that way.
Yes, exactly.
And love them and be happy to see them, and they're happy to see you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Again, Visiting Angels of Lincoln Trail. You can give them a call, and they will get you scheduled for an appointment to assess your needs.